So price, this is what a lot of people want to know. Both leaders were asked, or leaders I should say, Minister and the Shadow Minister, they were both asked about what sort of price prediction, pledge, call it what you will, they can give over the next 3 years under their plans. Here's what they had to say.
The pledge I do give is that energy prices will be cheaper under us than under Mr O'Brien. That is the pledge, because that is what we can state categorically based on the two plans. Look, anybody who predicts energy prices in this very complicated geopolitical environment, I think, is making a punt. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to say that when the alternative plan is to introduce the most expensive form of energy available in the world, which is nuclear, that's going to have an impact. And worse, while we're waiting for that, they're going to sweat the coal assets for longer and harder. And one of the things we've seen in the Australian Energy Regulator's report constantly is one of the things that drive higher prices and price spikes is unexpected outages in coal-fired power.
The analysis done independently by Frontier Economics looks at the 25-26 year, and that is the basis upon which those estimates are made of 15% lower gas prices for industry, 7% for households and 8% for wholesale electricity, which flows through around about 3%, all things being equal, to electricity bills. Now, it's notable that I can actually give you those figures because, unlike Chris's answer to you just then, they don't have anything. They've done no economic modelling. As I mentioned before, his decision-making is based on gut. The Treasurer of the country is obsessed, his own words, and the Prime Minister, in his own words, says he's creating an industrial revolution. They don't have any economic modelling. We've done the economic modelling. It's based on a comprehensive plan.
All right, so Samantha McCulloch, the crux, perhaps the simplification of the coalition's plan is they'll cut gas and electricity largely on the basis of a levy, call it what you will, reverse tariff on gas companies. Is that going to be hard to argue against? We've got this big resource. It should be working better for Australians.
Well, look, Tom, I looked in detail at the modelling that was released yesterday, and it's still not clear from that modelling how we're arriving at these promised price reductions in electricity and gas bills for households. What the coalition are proposing are to put a tax on exports of uncontracted gas. So this is gas that's not tied up in these long-term contracts and foundation contracts. They're proposing to force up to 100 petajoules of that gas, that's 20% more than the current market, into the system over a short-term basis to drive down prices. Now, there are a few
at a set price too.
Well, yes, although it's not actually clear. The $10 is
a prediction, or
has been identified as the price. How we got to that, how it's actually delivered in the market, is not entirely clear from the modelling that was released. But there are some issues that Ted actually acknowledged during the debate, that we actually don't have the infrastructure to get that amount of gas down to Victoria and those demand centres. So where is that gas going to go?
Well, he's speaking about storage, but that takes
storage is full,
a while, right? If you're going to build new storage.
Yeah, so currently the storage facilities we have in Victoria, and these are the demand centres, they're full, and they're always full before winter. So even if we could move it in the pipes, there's nowhere to store it down south. So that's one of the first practical issues with the plan. The other one is how the market will react. What does dumping that much gas into the market do for other producers? How does the market respond? And of course, we also have an issue around, this gas that's uncontracted is already offered to the Australian market first before it can be exported. That's under current arrangements, under the heads of agreement that those Queensland exporters have negotiated with the government.